The peoples of Nigeria must be united to enable this country to play a full part in shaping the destiny of mankind. On no account should we allow the selfish ambitions of individuals to jeopardize the peace of the law-abiding people of Nigeria.
Abubakar Tafawa Balewa was born in 1912 in the town of Tafawa Balewa in the Northern Nigeria Protectorate. The Northern Nigeria Protectorate was a British protectorate that lasted from 1900 until 1914 and covered the northern part of what is now Nigeria. The protectorate spanned 660,000 square kilometers, 255,000 square miles, and included the emirates of the Sokoto Caliphate and parts of the former Bornu Empire, conquered in 1902. The first High Commissioner of the Protectorate was Frederick Lugard, who suppressed slavery and tribal raiding and created a system of administration built around native authorities. The Protectorate was established on January 1, 1900, after the British defeated the Sokoto Caliphate in the Battle of Burmi. The Protectorate was initially administered by the Royal Niger Company, but in 1900, the British government took over direct control. Lugard was appointed High Commissioner, and he set about consolidating British rule in the region. He suppressed slavery and tribal raiding, and he created a system of administration that relied on the cooperation of local rulers. The Northern Nigeria Protectorate was merged with the Southern Nigeria Protectorate and the Lagos Colony to form the Colony and Protectorate of Nigeria in 1914. The Protectorate continued to exist as a province of Nigeria until 1960, when Nigeria gained independence. Balewa was the son of Yakubu Danzala, a minor official in the Bauchi Emirate, and Fatima Inna. Balewa's father was of Gere ethnicity, and his mother was of Gere and Fulani descent. Balewa attended the local elementary school and then went on to study at Barawa College in Zaria. Barawa College was one of the most prestigious schools in northern Nigeria, and it was here that Balewa received his first exposure to Western education. He studied English, mathematics, history, and geography, and he also learned about the cultures of other countries. After graduating from Barawa College, Balewa worked as a teacher for a few years. In 1945, he was awarded a scholarship to study at the London University Institute of Education. He studied for 2 years at the institute and then returned to Nigeria in 1947. Abubakar Tafawa Balewa was married to 4 wives: Zainab, Jumai, Aisha, and Laraba. He had 19 children with his wives, including 8 sons and 11 daughters. His wives were all from the Hausa Fulani ethnic group. Zainab was Balewa's first wife. She was the daughter of the Emir of Bauchi. They had 2 children together, a son and a daughter. Jumai was Balewa's second wife. She was from Sokoto. They had 8 children together, 6 sons and 2 daughters. Aisha was Balewa's third wife. She was from Kano. They had 3 children together, all sons. Laraba was Balewa's fourth wife. She was from Katsina. They had 6 children together, all daughters. Balewa's children were all educated in Nigeria and abroad. Many of them went on to have successful careers in government, business, and the arts. His son, Muhammadu, was a federal minister in the 1970s and 1980s. His daughter, Aisha, was a diplomat and the first female ambassador of Nigeria to the United States. Balewa's wives and children were very supportive of him during his political career. They were often at his side during public events, and they provided him with a loving home life. Balewa was devoted to his family, and he often spoke about the importance of family in his public speeches. After returning to Nigeria, Balewa became involved in politics. He joined the Northern People's Congress, NPC, which was the dominant political party in the North. In 1951, he was elected to the Northern House of Assembly, and he also served as a minister in the Central Council of Nigeria and the Cameroons. Balewa used his position to promote national unity and development. Balewa played a key role in the negotiations for Nigeria's independence from Britain, which was granted in 1960. Balewa was appointed Prime Minister of the independent Nigeria, and he served in that position until his assassination in 1966. As Prime Minister, Balewa was a strong advocate for national unity. He worked to bridge the gap between the north and south of Nigeria, and he promoted economic development in all parts of the country. Balewa was also a committed Pan-Africanist. and he worked to strengthen ties between Nigeria and other African countries. Balewa was a moderate and consensus builder. He worked to promote national unity and development, and he sought to balance the interests of the different regions of Nigeria. He also played a key role in Nigeria's foreign policy, and he helped to establish the country as a respected member of the international community. Abubakar Tafawa Balewa was assassinated on January 15, 1966, in a coup d'état that marked a significant turning point in Nigeria's history. The assassination occurred during a tumultuous period in Nigeria's post-independence era, characterized by political instability, regional tensions, and struggles for power among different ethnic and political factions. The coup was led by a group of young Nigerian military officers known as the January Boys, who were dissatisfied with the government's perceived corruption, nepotism, and lack of progress in addressing the country's economic and social challenges. On the night of January 15, 1966, a group of military officers, led by Major Chukwuma Kaduna Nzeogwu, launched the coup with a coordinated attack on key government installations in Lagos, including the residences of the Prime Minister and other top government officials. During the coup, Tafawa Balewa was arrested at his official residence, and his government was overthrown. He was taken into custody by the rebels, and his whereabouts remained unknown for several days, leading to speculation and concern about his safety. Tragically, on January 20, 1966, the bodies of Tafawa Balewa and his close friend and former finance minister, Festus Okoti Igbo, were discovered in a remote location near Lagos. Both men had been shot dead, and their bodies showed signs of violence. The assassination of Tafawa Balewa and other senior government officials during the coup marked a turning point in Nigeria's history, leading to years of military rule and political instability. The coup also exacerbated existing ethnic and regional tensions within the country, contributing to a series of political crises and conflicts that eventually led to the Nigerian Civil War and shaped Nigeria's political landscape for decades to come. Tafawa Balewa's assassination was met with shock and outrage, both within Nigeria and internationally. He was widely respected for his statesmanship, leadership, and efforts to foster national unity in a country deeply divided along ethnic and regional lines. In the aftermath of the coup, the military junta that took power implemented a series of changes to Nigeria's political structure and governance, including the division of the country into regions and the imposition of military rule. Despite the passage of time, Tafawa Balewa's legacy as a nationalist leader and his tragic assassination continues to be remembered and commemorated in Nigeria's history. His vision for a united and prosperous Nigeria remains an enduring aspiration for the nation. Here are some of the theories about Balewa's assassination. He was killed by the coup plotters because he was seen as a symbol of the old order. He was killed by his guards, who were sympathetic to the coup plotters. He was tortured and killed by the coup plotters. He was killed by a rival political faction. He was killed by a foreign power. The truth about Balewa's assassination may never be known. However, his death remains a major tragedy for Nigeria, and it continues to be a source of controversy and debate. Balewa is considered to be one of the most important figures in Nigerian history. He was a key player in the country's independence movement, and he helped to lay the foundations for a united and prosperous Nigeria. He was also a strong advocate for democracy and human rights. Balewa's legacy is still debated today. Some people believe that he was a weak and indecisive leader, while others believe that he was a wise and visionary statesman. However, there is no doubt that he was a significant figure in Nigerian history, and his contributions to the country will never be forgotten. If you find this video inspiring and helpful, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel.